Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, we are talking about when I go to the shooting range, how can I maintain the principle of keeping my practice random and variable to increase my retention and my transfer principles.
This is not a paid endorsement, but I am a brand ambassador for Heckler and Koch for a reason. HK firearms are incredibly high quality, and when it's time to step up out of the entry tier, they're the only ones I recommend. You carry a gun just in case. Shouldn't it be an HK just in case?
Holy crap, John used a lot of buzzwords in that intro, right? We are at C2 Tactical in Scottsdale today, out on the 338 Club, which is kind of the baller swank range that I get to be a member of here at C2. Come on and shoot with us sometime. Come on over and say hi anytime that you're over here. We're talking today about practice, right? I know, insert the Allen Iverson quote, right? Man, we talking about practice. But what we're doing here is practicing on our skills. And one of the things I've really been working on as an instructor and as a performer, right? As somebody who I carry a firearm for self-defense every day, is making sure that the skills that I practice on the range transfer into the real world if, God forbid, I ever get in a real gunfight. Of course, the number one thing I'm trying to do is not get in gunfights, right? But if, God forbid, I get chosen, can't get away from it, can't get out of it, have to get in that gunfight, then how do I make sure that my skills are up to the task? And I think one of the things that we tend to do is, say, for instance, we're going to work on a draw to first shot here as the most important shot for a private citizen, right? So for a private citizen, in a defensive encounter, your first shot is 100% your most important shot. So I'm going to work that draw and one shot. However, we also know from that shooting's a motor skill, right? So it's not different in a big sense than teaching somebody how to hit a baseball or how to swing a golf club or any other motor skill like that. And so, how to play soccer and any sport, right? Any motor skill whatsoever. Firearms is just a motor skill, martial arts, whatever. Well, when we look at actually, performance in the game, say for instance we go to baseball, right? And you had a batter who's working on it, say he's going to get or she is going to get 45 pitches, and you say I want 15 fastballs, and then I want 15 curveballs, and then I want 15 changeups. Well, they'll feel good at the end of practice because after about 10 or 12 fastballs, they'll start really grooving that fastball, and then the curveballs start coming, takes them a little bit, and then they start grooving that curveball. But you know what we find is that they don't actually perform better in the game. So then when you track them over several games from that kind of blocked practice doesn't help them in the game. Instead, the batter who comes to practice and says, hey man, just throw me 45 pitches, vary them up between fastballs, curveballs, changeups, sliders, sinkers, whatever the case may be. They're calling pitches and different stuff now than they used to, than back in my day. But at any rate, and instead, you make the practice random and variable, well, then they actually perform better in games. So they won't have the same gains in terms of feeling better in practice, but they will actually perform better in games. And this is a lot of books that I'm condensing down into a couple of minute discussion for you, okay? So what does all that mean for us in practice? Well, when we come out here to the range, your range may or may not allow you to practice a draw, okay? Mine does, the 338 Club here, I am holster certified here at C2. You can get holster certified, takes a little bit of work. So I can work on a draw to first shot out here on the range. Now, in order to do that, though, I have a target like the ASP target. Now, you don't have to buy this target. You can buy them at Baker Targets. They're good people. They take good care of us, right? But you can do whatever it is your heart desires, okay? But on this particular target, what you can see is yes, I've got a big A zone, and I can work on a draw to first shot on that A zone. Or I can work on a draw to first shot in the 5x5 head box, or even the 3x5 card. I have three vertically oriented 3x5 cards here that are the equivalent of an A zone at 15 yards. So I have a farther target on that, if this is at 7 yards, right? So it's twice the normal distance. I have 2-inch circles, lots of 2-inch circles, which again is about a quarter scale. It's not about a quarter scale, it's a quarter scale of an 8-inch target. And then I have 1-inch squares as well. So I have lots of targets of different size on this target, and I can work a draw on those various size targets to make my practice more random and more variable. Now, it's not going to give me the same level of improvement in my practice session in terms of like my raw times, if I'm running a timer or something like that that it would if I was just going to do 100 draws to the big target or 100 draws on the 2-inch square, 2-inch circle rather. But making my practice more random will actually give me transfer, and I'll retain it longer and I'll be able to use it more, because when I get out there in the real world, it's going to be one of those random and variable things that's going to present to me. Like, how far is that guy going to be? He might be this close, 2 yards, a yard or two away. He might be 10 yards away. Well, instead of necessarily moving my target all over the place, I can put my target out in a particular spot, and then I can go from there and use different size targets to approximate having a different size problem. So let's try it a little bit, shall we? All right, enough talking, Correia. Let's shoot. I also want you to understand there might be other people that come on the 338 Club. This is not a private range. I don't have a private range book today. I'm just out here shooting. Okay, we're going to put it out at 5 yards. And for right now, I'm not even going to run the timer. I mean, I'll run a timer a little bit later. But for right now, I'm just going to draw it, and get a hit with some rapidity, okay? So go as soon as you see your sight. So I'm going to go, at first, I'm just going to walk my way down through the target sizes. I'm going to go big target size, then I'm going to go reduced target size. I'm going to go real reduced target size, then tiny target size, all from the draw, and just kind of see what I got to do. And then I can work on some randomness from there. So let's work on the big one first. Everything is set up. Beautiful hit. Okay, saw it as soon as I saw it. That was really good. I didn't hesitate, and I really like that. That was my first shot of the day as well. I don't know that you'll be able to see it. I'll come and show it to you here in a little bit. But it's like literally A+, right? So like I hit the A. I wasn't planning on doing that, and I did finish pressing the trigger as soon as I saw the A. Now I'm gonna go to the reduced size A-zone target in the middle, half size. So it's approximating a target that's 10 yards away at this point. Okay, hold on a second. All right, here we go. Okay, got a good hit on that. Had to correct a little bit. So when the dot came in and then it dipped just a little bit. If I'd have let it fly on that original one, it would have been a little bit low. So I just corrected it. Took me about probably a quarter second to correct. Got a good hit on that. Now I'm gonna go to a 2-inch circle. And so that's a real little target. So that's like, instead of 5 yards, that's like it's being 4 times as far. So that would be like 20 yards away, an A-zone target 20 yards away. That's pretty far. Let's see about this, the number 6 circle here. No, that was the hit that I wanted, okay? So my first one there, I just let it fly and I didn't do what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna practice that one again so that I get a good hit there. So I had it, and then I pressed with my whole hand. And because I pressed with my whole hand, I hit way low right on that one. That was not the kind of shot that I want. So let's try it again and actually get the kind of hit that I want. Let's press that. Ready? That was exactly what I wanted that time. And now you say, but John, you wouldn't necessarily have that second try. I understand, I'm in practice right now, right? So, this is part of the problems of what my standard here on this channel is that I'm gonna show you the miss. I'm gonna show you that I didn't do the job that I wanted to do. That's just life, right? So I'm gonna show it to you. We'll show it to you in just a second. Now I'm gonna go to the 1-inch square. I'm just gonna go to that 1-inch square. Again, a 1-inch square at 5 yards approximates a 5-inch square at 25 yards, which is about a head box, right? So this is probably a head size hit at 25 yards. This is not a joke, but I'm gonna try to get it with some rapidity. I'm gonna try to get it without waiting, without making a mess of things, okay? Here we go. Top right square. Beautiful, that was exactly what I wanted. Okay, now again, those are gonna take just a little bit more time. Let's see if we can bring that in. And so I can show you where my hits are. Just, again, these particular ones untimed, I'm gonna go back and time them here again in a second. So there's my A-zone hit right here, okay? So there's that, my 3x5 card hit right here. My first number 6 shot was down here, not good. Second number 6 shot that I took from the same draw here. My third one that was on a draw right here. My 1-inch square shot right there. And you saw I had to refine my sight picture, press my trigger with a little bit more, reliability and deliberateness on those. Let's do them again, put them on the clock, see what we're getting here today. We got a random delay here. We'll see how long this timer lasts because it tells me it's got low batteries. Of course it does, okay? We got a few shots left in this, yeah, we got plenty of rounds left in that. All right, let's just go again. Gonna work at a reasonable speed here. I'm not trying to work at crazy speeds. I'm trying to work at, let's just make sure we're getting our hits, get our hands to move quickly. Hands move quickly, John. Here we go. Okay, good A-zone hit. Hands weren't as fast as I would have liked. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, again, I know the 1 second draw is everybody's standard, mine too for that matter, but I recognize that I'm not always gonna get a 1, okay? Here we go. Okay, now we're going to the reduced A-zone size. Okay, good hit. It's kind of on the edge, but it's a decent hit, 1, 4, 5. So it took me 0.2 of a second to get that at a reduced size. Let's go to the 2-inch circle again. We're gonna go to number 7 this time. Okay, that was a little low right. Okay, a little low right in 165. Let's try that again. I'm struggling with this one. Whew, I did the same thing again. All right, John. So here's what I have to do. I don't have to take more time. I have to be more careful. I need to grip a little bit more with my support hand, press that trigger, and then leave my sights where they are. And I'm not doing that very well today, so it doesn't matter, 1-8, but okay, let's try it again. There's the kind of hit that I wanted. 1, 8, 4. Okay, now 1-inch square, bottom right. All the care in the world, John. Just a hair off to the right, tiniest bit hair off to the right in 2, 1, 5. Let's see if we can get a little bit more precise than that. Let's see if we can get a little more precise. There's the hit that I wanted, 195, so it's actually faster, and we go from there. So bring them in again so you can see them. Now, is this very random? No, but it is variable, right? So again, there was my big A-zone hit, my reduced A-zone hit, my 2 here from the 7, which I didn't like, and then my 3rd, which I did, my 1st from my square that I didn't love, and my 2nd one that I did. So again, principle of practice, random, variable, just make them do something and change up what you're hitting at. You'll retain that longer, use it better. I hope that helps you in your practice this week.